Okay, so there's a little bonus technique I wanted to share with you, and I'm actually going to do a whole series on how to emboss with stencils, but I thought I'll give you a sneak peek. So I've done one of the little designs in your design pack on colored metal, and what I want to do now is I'm going to stick my stencil on the back of it. Just want to get the position straight. So stencils just add a whole new fun layer to metal embossing. This is so cool. You're going to love this. It's easy, it's fun, it's really quick. So, okay, if it's not completely straight, please forgive me. I just want to show you the technique. It's not really about the perfection, hey? Okay, get ready for it. Okay, actually let me just turn it around so I've got the design right side up. Okay, so I stuck my stencil to the back of my metal, and then you want to take one of your well-used little paper tools, and then we're going to rub all over the outer edge. I just want this sort of as a background on this design. And sorry if the camera is jumping up and down on me. It seems like the table is quite flimsy. So just all around these designs, you can see as I go along that this pattern is actually transferring. And so again, with the stencils, it's completely personal how you want to do this. If you just want a very subtle background, you can stick to, you know, sort of this kind of a look. And then you can also redefine it to really bring out the design if you need to. And I'll show you how to do that. You can see as I go over with my paper pencil, this whole beautiful design is transferring little bit by little bit. And honestly, this doesn't take any creative skill. So you can give this to 5-year-old kids to do and they'll absolutely love it. Okay, so there's a beautiful subtle background, especially for just low relief designs where you don't have a raised design. This could actually be very, very pretty just to leave it like that. But I'm going to show you the other way. So you leave your stencil on as your guideline at the bottom. And then what you do is you just take your little tool and you just follow these lines and sharpen them up. So I'm not going to let you sit through the whole thing. I'm just going to show you how to do this. Then I'll switch off the camera, I'll finish it quickly, and I'll come back to show you how we finish this piece. Okay, so I hope you can see what's happening there, but I think it's absolutely stunning and so easy. I love it. Right, so I finished just covering my whole background with the stencil pattern. And the last thing I want to show you with the colored metal is how we actually sand it. So the last part of the process in finishing it off is you'll need a little sanding block, and I've popped links into the shopping list for these. And so with this bit, you want to be very, very gentle and take it literally one stroke at a time, because it can take off too much, and once the color is off, you can't fix it. Okay, so I just want to take off most of the pink on these lines, so it'll be silver and then the background will be pink. So let's see if this works. Okay, so there's your little cat and dog, And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the pink off on the background, because we've done it with a stencil and the design bits are lower than these bits. What I'm hoping would happen is that most of the background will be silver and then these little bits will be pink. So let's give that a go. And again, for some of you, it might bother you that it's blotchy. But I think it actually just adds to the whole dynamic look of this piece. The main thing with metal embossing is to let it be what it wants to be. I don't know if you've seen throughout the videos, but with metal, there's a couple of things that you're not in control of. So part of this process is really letting things go and let it be, and just to learn to go with the flow. Because if you're too perfectionistic and you know, you've got a specific idea in mind of what you'd like the outcome to be, and the metal doesn't allow you to do that, you might become very frustrated and think that this craft is not for you. However, I can promise you that if you show your work to friends and family who've never done it before, they'll be absolutely blown away and think you're the most amazing artist on the planet, just because they view it with a different lens. And yeah, so I just want to encourage you to just let it go, you know, just don't kill the creative process. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a tissue, just wipe the dust off here, and there we go. So now if you wanted to do some other detail on here, maybe some raised lines to let your cats and dogs stand out even more, then I mean you can do that. Or otherwise this would look stunning framed, or yeah, whichever way you want it, on a canvas or on a box or a gift card, whatever. So there's our little cat and dog with our stencil background, and I just quickly want to show you. So you can see that on the colored metal, for me, the moment you use your sanding block, it really pops and it really comes to life. This looks quite dull and quite flat to me. So I'm going to sand off a little bit on these top bits as well. And you'll see that the raised dots can now come to life because they turn silver. And then I want to take a little bit of the background off. And again, I think it's important not to overthink the whole thing. Just play and see what comes out, see what happens, and just enjoy the process. Just enjoy some time for yourself. This is your time. I want you to really embrace the time that you've got for yourself. Spend it creatively, listen to some good music or a podcast or whatever, or just enjoy the peace and quiet, hey? Because that's rare in my household anyway. Okay. So there we go. And I mean, you can keep going. You can take all of this color off and just have your little green flower, or, you know, just play. Just do whatever looks good for you, whatever feels good, and whatever suits your personality. So there we go. So we've covered, so far we've covered low relief, engraving, high relief on different levels, and then I'll just show you our little samples that we've made, and then sort of how to combine that. So the last design pack in your course notes are to make the sample blocks that I've done on the advert, the picture that's on the advert. So I want to encourage you to play. I'll do a couple of them with you where I think you know, there's some extra design tips. I'll just show you on the actual designs what we'll do, what the best way is to approach it. And Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this series and that you're going to have fun with it. And please share your pictures on the Facebook group. We'd love to see what you're up to. And thank you so much for joining me.